Welcome everyone and welcome to our review of the For Honor Beta. I'm Dropidown and with me are...
And me, our system.
And I am Maladis.
Hey, welcome guys. So we played the beta the previous weekend. We pretty much played it the whole weekend. I for one enjoyed the game really much. How about you guys?
Well, I liked it a lot. I didn't have any expectations on it because I didn't watch trailers and other gameplays, but overall it was fun. It was a blast.
I've seen a little bit of the game before the beta came out, and I wasn't hyped about the game, but I was interested in it. But now I'm kind of hyped. I really liked it.
Yeah, I didn't have any expectations. Usually I'm not someone who likes these kind of games, but oh man, I'm sold. It's really super amazing. I can't wait for the open beta and for the game to release. But to get into the game, how do you guys think about the combat system?
It's
Well,
something new. Like it's not done before.
Yes, and how it is structured as well with the different characters. I think it fits quite well, especially the blocking and the dodging part. It's quite immersive.
Yeah, it really it gives you a lot of opportunity, and it's an easy to learn, hard to master mechanic.
Agreed.
Yes, that's one thing, that's for sure.
Yeah, to get into the game, it's really friendly to new players, and the longer you play, the better you'll get, and your reaction and recognize certain things, so you can do the deflect stuff, which we'll touch a little bit later. But it's it feels good. Like it's not buggy, not glitchy, it works pretty solid.
Yeah, it's solid.
For a beta, I think it's quite smooth, because the only issues we encountered was a little bit for host migration during Dominion matches, because the client that hosts the Dominion matches, and if the host drops the connection, they would have to migrate the host. That was the only thing that, in my opinion, I had some issues with.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't encounter a lot of bugs either.
and it's overall pretty smooth. Yeah.
And it looks very nice.
Yeah, I mean the graphics. You guys have something to say about the graphics?
I love them.
They are
That's all I
quite
have
good.
to say about it.
They are good.
I think the same. Like even the way your character moves, and oh man, it just feels pretty. It looks good. Like the way the body moves with how you turn and whatever move and attack. It looks all good.
The fighting looks so epic, so awesome. It feels like they're actually like two great warriors fighting instead of a hack and slash or something like that.
Yeah.
You really have to pay attention to what your move is gonna be and what moves the other guy is gonna do.
Yeah, totally agree. While we were playing, we played on 3 different maps. What's your opinion about the maps?
Each
Well,
and every one of them was good, to be honest.
Mhm.
Because the one on the bridge, it's more like a linear map, so you have to... Each map brings another kind of tactic to the game. Like none of the maps is the same, and it makes the game mode a little bit different, even though it's the same game mode.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool.
Well, for the maps, I would have preferred if there were more, but I am looking forward for it for the release, because there will be more released maps. And hopefully the next open beta we can see some new content as well. I'm very looking forward for that.
Yeah, even me. We talked about the maps, and Melodis, you talked a little bit about the game modes already, like over the 4v4 Dominion mode with the soldiers at B. Anything about the game modes you did like, or just didn't like, or you liked them all?
I think they really put some thought into the fact that the gear stats don't influence the games that are more like arena-like, the 1v1s, the 2v2s. because they will make you too overpowered in a match like those. But in the
Agreed.
in the Dominion matches, you can turn it off, but it brings a little bit extra to the game with the gear stats, and it's just really good that they thought about it to put it to not put it into the 1v1s and 2v2s.
Yeah, so that's basically a real 1v1 skill matchup, like the one who blocks, dodges, attacks best will win. But in the Dominion, which will be probably used for the ranked play as well, it just, yeah, it adds something extra to it, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So there were a bunch of heroes, like 9 in the beta. There will be 12 at release, if I'm right. Yeah,
they-
what,
they are
how do you
going
feel
to
about
add-
them?
They're going to add one extra hero to each faction, most probably.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct, for one faction each.
Yes. Well, for the heroes, there was quite a large spectrum, to be honest. There was the assassin, there was the tanky, and there were the ones that excel a little bit in everything.
Yeah, and you had the support, like Nobushi, for example, for the samurai. With their skill sets, like you have certain skills which you unlock by killing or getting points, and with them you can, yeah, hit harder or have a range attack or assist your teammates. Like, yeah, pretty base, pretty.
Yes, yes,
Pretty strong,
it's quite.
yeah.
They were quite interesting for the fact that it can fit the playstyle of many people. Like you can actually choose the hero in according to your playstyle. For example, if you like the fast type of heroes, you go for assassin. If you want to be a tanky guy that just charges into the battle, you can always be the tank guy. So I think that was quite nice to be added in a game.
Yeah, definitely. Melodis, you have something to add?
I think every hero brings something else to the battlefield, and it's cool to fight each and every one of these heroes in the battlefield, because they each have their own way of moving and fighting and their own attack sets, and it just makes the battlefield feel more epic, because you have to fight all these different fight styles, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. Do you think there were certain heroes that were too overpowered?
Not
Not-
not the heroes per se, to be honest. I think the only thing that was kind of a pain in the ass to deal with was the revenge meter, not the characters themselves. No.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I had a little bit like assassins and mainly peacekeeper from the knights. Like they just hit and run as fast as they can when they get low, and you never get them. Like I wouldn't say it's overpowered, but there's not much counterplay against it, if you ask me.
Yeah, they're fast, but their hits don't deal a great amount of damage, and they have just so little armor and health. Like 2 heavy hits from the Conqueror will
Correct,
bring them.
Yeah.
You will bring them past half of their HP. So, like what they win in their speed, they lose in armor and
Yeah,
health.
definitely. But like to get a killing blow is pretty tough, because they run away so easily.
Yeah, they are a pain in the ass. That's a fact.
Let's the customization. What's your opinion about it?
Well, for the first tier, it's kinda limited, in my opinion. Like, it's not very. It doesn't give you a lot of options on visual editing of your character, and you edit your armor maybe like that. For me, I didn't fiddle with these options a lot, but from what I saw, it wasn't that in depth. Let's say
okay.
that it wasn't that in depth.
But it's enough to customize a character and to make it into to personalize it a little bit. Like not
Yeah,
every warrior
yeah.
on the battlefield is the same. Of
Agreed,
course,
agreed.
they could put in more types of armor and just to make it a little bit more as a personal hero, but still, like for now and for in a beta, I like the customization. You can customize the weapons, you can customize your shield, you can even put your own emblem on your hero, and it just makes it all look cooler. And not every hero is the same.
Yeah, yeah, you can certainly make him the way you like or you want him to be, and like with the colors and if you get gear, you can let it look like that gear without using the stats if it's from the same quality. I mean, I think there's pretty much customization, and it will, yeah, it's easily to add. Like if you add gear, you can use that to customize. So I think the possibilities are limitless in that point. Alright, thanks. Now the main question, I guess, is are you gonna buy it when it's gonna be released?
That's a touchy question. Well, for me, for a 60 euro game, that's the current price. It is sold on Steam. To be honest, for me it's quite overpriced a little bit. If it was 35 or 40, I would consider to buy it, but it is being sold as a AAA game, which means that the game would be complete, but it's not complete. Like the amount of content and maps and only 9 heroes, I won't pay 60 euros for that. Maybe when it's the content is released, I may reconsider.
Okay.
Yeah, but you kind of look over the fact that it's gonna get a single player in the full release, and the 3 more heroes, so they're gonna, and even more maps, so they're gonna add more stuff. And is it worth the 60 euros? Like, I bought it right after the beta, but because I was hooked. But maybe 60 is a little bit much. Like, but still, I think, in my opinion, it's worth the 60.
I think indeed it's worth the 60, because if you compare it with other games like released on Steam, the early access stuff, and I don't know what, like this is from a real company, and the beta felt like the game was finished already. Like, of course, there were certain
Or the
things.
most of it.
Yeah, yeah, indeed, and I'm gonna buy it for sure. And of course, yeah, good that you mentioned it, the single player. Oh man, I'm looking forward to the story of all the 3 factions. Like, oh, I can't wait to play that shit.
Yeah, same for me. I really hope they are able to make something cool out of the story lines from each faction, and
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that it's gonna be something cool.
Yeah, definitely. Like, okay, thanks for your opinions, and we'll be looking forward to play the open beta, which will be at 9 February. So if you didn't know it yet, check it out, and if you're interested, try to play it, because it's a really good game and it feels just so good. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment. And while you're at it, maybe watch another video of our For Honor gameplay. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.